What's up, anime fans? We're going to talk about a new anime that's just dropped in the latest season. It is The Beginning After the End. This anime is based off an American webtoon comic that was written by Turtle Me and illustrated by Fuyuki23. The basic storyline of this is King Gray, who comes from a sort of technologically advanced world by the looks of it. After his mysterious death, he's reincarnated into this fantasy world as Arthur Lewin, as a baby first up, but he does obviously grow throughout the series. After the first two episodes, I believe he's at about 6 or 7. Clearly, with the posters and the trailers, we do get to see him as a teenager sort of thing. Pardon me. Now, I know this has the makings of an isekai tensei, and I am very steadfast in the fact that I don't want to be jumping on an isekai bandwagon just because of the oversaturation of the genre that we've had in the last few years, where they're just the same repetitive stuff pushed out to us, where you can basically just type into ChatGPT or something and it'll spurt out the next isekai. But for this one, I've read online that there's actually not a lot of isekai tropes in this, so fingers crossed that sticks true. I've seen a couple of little things in there, but nothing huge. For me, this is giving me so far... Pardon me, sorry. I've been a bit sick. This is giving me so far Freerun cross solo leveling vibes, in the sense of we have a really cool power scaling system. Arthur coming into this world where he's coming from technology and stuff, and now he's in a world of magic. He's got to learn how people use their mana and what they can use their mana for. And then learning from his parents and his little found family over here. And then in the sense of the way Freerun sort of goes is, for me, instead of an isekai, this feels more like a high fantasy. Yes, a lot of people said Freerun took a few episodes to really pick up. This feels a little bit the same way, but in that sense, for me, it wasn't a slow start to an anime. It was just world building and character development, so we knew who our characters were and where they were. They're already, we're being introduced to a world that's already established, so there's obviously going to be some stuff there that needs to be, quickly shown off to us before we can get on to the real action-packed sort of stuff. And hopefully this goes the same sort of way as Freerun does, and we can see some really cool fights, we can see some really great character development, we can get us a tournament arc or something, something along those lines, because I feel like this show actually has a lot to offer us in that sense. As for the cons of the show, as I said, isekai, not my jam. But from what I'm seeing so far, it's not going to go too far down that isekai lane. Pros of the show: great English voice acting. The dubbing has been getting better and better lately, so it's really good to see that some of these shows are getting big names and a lot of talent throughout it. I believe the voice of King Gray, which is Arthur's kind of inner monologue, is voiced by the same voice actor that does Aizawa from MHA. And I've recognized a few other voices so far. I didn't jump online to check whose they were straight off the bat, just because I didn't want to spoil too much for myself, but I will check on stuff like that, and in my next couple of videos we'll touch base with the voice acting again. Animation's beautiful. So far the storyline and the pacing hasn't warded me off. It's not dragging, it's not throwing too much information at us without any backstory. It's developing quite well just over the first couple of episodes, so fingers crossed. And then an extra special shout out to the opening. I love an anime that's got a good rock opening, and this one hits. So I'm going to give it a 3.8 out of 5. Just because... Actually, no. Let's go back to my old rating system. We'll give it out of a 10. Let's give it a 7.5 out of 10 right now. Just because we are still very much in the early stages. I don't want to see this go down with focusing too much on poop jokes or boob jokes or something like that. I really want to see the characters develop and more of a storyline come through, find out more about each of our found families, learn more about our parents here, and then learn more and more about King Gray's original world and what this little guy is as well. Don't know who that is yet, but hey, we're going to find out. So yeah, 7.5. Give it a watch. Let me know what you think, whether you're an isekai fan or not. Give it a check out. Look, I'm going to say it's high fantasy over isekai. Let's hope it keeps that way. Anyway, that's my quick review for the first couple of episodes. I will jump back on with another couple of episodes, I believe, by the end of this week. I was a bit late to this just because I did spend the last week and a bit quite sick and didn't want to film anything, but that's all good. I'm back now. As always, enjoy your anime. Follow on all my socials. Drop some comments down the bottom, and let's get discussing on what we think of the beginning after the end. I'm enjoying it, and hey, for an isekai, that's a big step. Anyway, I've been your otaku, Holly-Lief. I'll see you all next time. Don't forget to subscribe and follow, and let me know how it all goes. Mwah!